When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
Sean's son's medical records leaking and everybody seeing and hearing about what's on them does not cancel her. I don't know what else at this point will. Like, somebody needs to get that little boy out of her care and get him out of her care quick. I tried to give Chrisean the benefit of the doubt because, you know, you're not always the best parent. Not everybody is the best parent, but they might be the best parent for that child. No, she's not the best parent at all. Like, seeing what's on these medical records is making me sick. Like, mind y'all, he didn't ask to be here and she did not have to have him.
Baby. Chrisean Rock has been out here dodging questions about Junior's health like bullets, using God's name to deny the fact that something mysterious is going on with her 2-year-old son, who still doesn't walk or talk. Well, it looks like Jason Lee has had enough of her lies, and now he's out to expose Junior's condition.
And she's asking fans for prayers. Chrisean Rock, she's back in the news. Mind you, we haven't been talking about Chrisean in a while. She's back, and she's turning her life around after Blueface, because now apparently this week they're off. While Blueface remains in a California prison, Chrisean is trying to convince us that she's moving on from Blue Circus as she finds herself back in the church. And she's been seen crying and singing in church with a new song called Yahweh, on which she reveals that she's left her old life to serve the Lord. However, after she pulled on the internet's heartstrings, she later appeared on a live stream and said that if Blueface is ready to be serious, she'll unfollow everyone and tattoo him on the other side of her face.
Since Junior's first public appearance online, almost immediately after he was born, Cass Han couldn't wait to put him on display. I mean, she even brought him to a grimy, ridiculed gym just so she could show him off only moments after he came into this world.
So, I'm about to start professional boxing ASAP. I'm going to the studio tonight. I'm excited. Do I have postpartum depression? Hell no. Hell no. Life is great. The belly, it's still a little pudgy and saggy. But this is day, what, 1.5, 2? Day 2. So this is day 2. Guys, by tomorrow I'm gonna have my 6-pack. You talking about?
Well, ever since, internet doctors have had a field day pointing out everything they believe is wrong with that little boy. And honey, it's been one developmental disorder diagnosis after another. At first, people firmly believed that Junior had Chrisean syndrome because of his distinctive cat-like cries, low birth weight, delayed growth, and, among other things, his facial features, which bore striking resemblances to newborns diagnosed with this disorder.
So, I'm like, see, look, I can't even talk about him. What's he?
However, that soon got ruled out because, despite the similarities, Chrisean syndrome is a genetic disorder. In light of that, fans then concluded that it might be fetal alcohol syndrome, which, honestly, isn't so hard to believe given Chrisean's well-documented addictive relationship with the bottle and the joint throughout her pregnancy.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the baby and stuff.
Why are you lying?
Really good salute out in real life though. Ladies, one more time.
Get yourself together.
Where the bottle at?
Oh my gosh.
Drink it.
She asked for another bottle. I'm just
You got no liquor?
Yes, I can. I can abort the child tomorrow. It won't hurt me.
No,
You should do
you
it because
can't
it's
have
cold.
liquor.
Other diagnoses that seem to fit the mark were neonatal abstinence syndrome, spasticity, seizure disorder, and critical visual impairment. That's why many people thought Junior was blind. I mean, even Blueface's mom, Carlisa, was out here fanning the flames of the rumor when she said that the first time she saw Junior, she couldn't even tell exactly where he was looking.
There wasn't nothing wrong.
It crushed my heart to look at my grandbaby and see that, and that was my first time seeing it.
Oh God.
And it did. It crushed my heart a little bit. It did. But I love all my kids no matter what. I told you, whether they slow, need a helmet, whether they got nappy hair, whether they short, funny looking. I love all my grandkids. But I ain't gonna lie. My first initial thought when I saw him in that restaurant, it crushed me. And for her to say she wanted to stomp me out, girl, you ain't. I can't even tell you what my mind wanted to do to you once I looked at his face and I didn't know if he was looking at me, you, or the air. I was hurt, genuinely hurt.
Sources are saying that Junior is supposed to be placed in palliative care in order to prolong his life. But doing that would mean Chon admitting that she is responsible for his condition. And by the way, sources also claim that she has done nothing to actually help him, aside from insisting that her son is blessed and occasionally breaking out in tongues, even during her appointments.
I worship you, Father. I worship you, Father. I worship you.
Now, of course, CPS has been alerted about Junior's condition, which, according to reports reaching us, is getting worse by the day. But the truth is, there's actually very little Child Protective Services can do in this situation.
They say Chrisean finna be on the run because somebody was able to send pictures to the police department of Chrisean's junior genital parts, and they said he was bleeding from his diaper. She allegedly has not been taking him to his hernia surgeries, so they're not up to date as well. He also has severe diaper rashes, and it's just like, it's getting to a point. If this is all true, I feel like they should just go ahead and place this baby in a good home, or she needs to take parenting class. Instead of chasing all these men that's not doing you no good, do better for your son. Do right by your kid.
A former CPS officer broke down why they can't take any legal action against Chrisean. She wrote, "Listen, as a former social service specialist for MDHHS, whenever you go into someone's records, you leave a footprint, which is why I never messed around with it. I'm glad I wasn't really nosy like that, because I know it's probably even more ironclad in the medical arena." But long story short, someone leaked Junior's records, which showed fetal alcohol syndrome, visual impairment, spasticity, seizures, positive tests for opiates, positive tests for cocaine, and a number of other drugs and illnesses. And the main question being asked in the comments is, where is CPS? Listen, as a former CPS investigator, I can tell you that many babies who tested positive for drugs still went home with their parents. In most cases, CPS will just come out, check the home to make sure the mother has what she needs for the baby, and then services may be offered. But y'all think CPS is the end-all, be-all. It's not. Meanwhile, Lameo Plummer's sister, Lee Plummer Thompson, who is close to Chrisean, also had a few things to add. For those who don't know, Lameo and Lee co-own Zeus Network, which produces Baddies and Crazy in Love, the very shows that starred Chrisean. Lee added, "It's real sad she won't accept the facts, knowing good and well what she was doing. I saw with my own eyes, and I was so mad. Going to church ain't going to fix him. She needs early on services, as stated, and she also needs to accept the reality. I just talked to her the other day. I know she loves her baby, but she has to go get him the help he needs. My oldest son has special needs, autism and cognitive impairment, and I put him in every therapy he needed as soon as I noticed he wasn't hitting milestones." Well, until Chrisean Rock finally comes out to reveal the truth about her son's condition and actually takes action, it looks like the people around her will just keep on exposing her. Blueface definitely has, along with his mama Carlisa and a few other folks close to Chrisean. And now, an even messier individual, Jason Lee, is onto her. For y'all that don't know how messy Jason Lee can get, oh, you're about to find out. That man will go as low, down, and dirty as it takes to out anyone for clicks. Remember when he was out here threatening Beyonce?
And I've done a lot, and I'm not even going to say it here because if I did, this internet, Beyonce's good internet, would go crazy. I'm gonna tell them while Johnny puts a beep over this part of the show, so you'll never know what it is, but I want you to see their reactions, and I'm going to do it right now. Ooh, and that's where I go back to, like, we're friends in the game. We support each other.
Sources say that Jason was even planning to leak details about Blue Ivy's surgical procedures, as well as Rumi and Sir Carter's medical conditions. But Beyonce allegedly paid him off to keep things hush. That's why she's been out here dodging him. And now, Jason's got his sights set on Chrisean, since he got to see Junior face-to-face during the interviews he did with her. Plus, word is he's sitting on even more insider information. Baby, it's about to get real messy. Here's what a couple of people had to say about it. One person said, "I have no way of confirming if these photos are real or fake, or what the heck is going on." The submission was anonymous, but it appears to show Junior's private area with a hernia, covered in bloody blisters and diaper rashes. The cry sounds like Junior. We can't post for obvious reasons, but I'll look into this and update y'all. Another person added, "She did slip up and say bled through when she was changing his diaper on her stream not long ago. So it's extremely possible. Poor Junior. That baby is in even worse pain than we imagined. I pray someone steps in." And finally, someone else wrote, "Maybe Jason Lee telling on her'll help, but I think at this point, with how long it's been, the damage might be irreversible." While we wait for more updates on this situation, we want to hear from you. Do you think it's right for Jason Lee, who once showed love and admiration for Chrisean and Blueface on his show, to now be turning against them and spilling all their secrets? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, because the next video, trust me, it's just as messy. Baby, let me tell you something right now. The internet has been spinning faster than a washing machine, and at the center of all this chaos is none other than Chrisean Rock, her baby Junior, and the king of messy tea himself, Jason Lee. For months, folks have been whispering, speculating, and straight up diagnosing Junior like they all went to med school. And while Chrisean has been dodging questions like bullets, using God's name to cover her tracks, it seems like the truth about Junior's health is slipping through the cracks. Now, CPS has allegedly been alerted. Blueface mama Carlisa has been running her mouth. Insiders are leaking medical records, and Jason Lee, oh baby, is ready to drag this mess into the spotlight like he's auditioning for a Zeus Network spinoff. But here's where it gets really wild. Rumors claim Jason Lee once threatened to leak Beyonce's kids' medical files until she supposedly paid him off. And now, he's got his sights set on Chrisean and Junior. So buckle up, because in this video, we're breaking down Junior's mysterious medical conditions, why CPS allegedly can't step in, the shocking leaked records, the family members and insiders calling out Chrisean, Jason Lee's messy history, and finally, whether this could be the end of Chrisean Rock as we know her. Grab your snacks, because baby, this story is messy, sad, and outrageous all at once. Let's get into it. Part 1. Who is Chrisean Rock and Junior's first days? To understand the mess we're in today, we've got to go back to where it all started, Chrisean Rock herself. Known for her wild personality, her on and off toxic relationship with Blueface, and her appearances on Zeus Network shows like Baddies and Crazy in Love, Chrisean has always